Hi friends, we are going to talk about color matching today. I have no foundation on. I did put my Silk Pore and Wrinkle Minimizer on. I'm hoping my light doesn't wash me out again as bad. I tried to dim it so you could see up close. I have 3 swatches on my cheek and I have 3 swatches on my hand. I'm going to tell you why it's best to, or show you, not tell you, I'm going to show you why it's best to color match on the side of your cheek rather than your hand. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our foundation, and then I'm going to do a demonstration of how I apply my foundation, and I hope you guys find this so helpful. So first up, I'm going to let you know I have 3 different shades of foundation. Our foundation does color match your pH 3 shades up and 3 shades down. However, you still want to get somewhat in the ballpark of those 3 shades up and 3 shades down, and you also want to get in the right undertone. So I have a cool tone, a neutral tone, and a warm tone on my face, and I can wear all 3 of them if I tweak them a little bit and depending on the season, just because of that color matching, the science in the color matching. But I'm going to show you, I hope you can see, on the far side I have Almond. Almond is our cool tone foundation. In the middle I have Dewy. Dewy is our neutral tone foundation. And then on the far would be the right side for me, this farthest side over here, I have Cream Beige, and that is a warm tone. Okay, so you see how they are on my skin. The best color match is the Almond. They all look okay, but you can see the ones that stick out the most. I will take a clear picture before I put on my foundation to show you guys up close of what it looks like. I now want to show you, because a lot of the times you go into your makeup store and you just swatch on your hand, right? I'm going to show you the same thing on my hand. Okay, so let's get this to focus. Look at how much darker it is on my hand. So here is Cream Beige, the one that was on the far side of my face. Here is Dewy, which was the one in the middle. And then here is Almond. This is my true match for my color. Okay, and you can see it's a good match on my face. But you look at it on my hand and you're like, oh, these are all probably too dark for me, right? No, please color match on your face. Senegence does have samples of foundation. You just pay the shipping costs and I will send them out to you if you want a handful of them or whatever. We can get the right color match for you. I am now going to take a picture and show you guys up close of the 2. So that'll be next. That's another thing I was going to tell you about with color matching. Let it set on your skin for a little bit so it matches with your pH, so you get the true. So these have been on probably for 5 minutes or so. You don't have to let it set that long, just for a couple minutes. But as you can see, it's nice and set and it's not going anywhere. Okay, they stay put. Magic foundation. Okay, so another cool thing about Senegence foundation is it has the airless pump. So I actually can't get through the pump anymore, but if I open up the inside and use a little makeup spatula, or a lot of times I just like to use a disposable wand and then apply it that way, but you can still get a lot of product out and you're not wasting any. So here is a full, this is the Dewy foundation. It's completely full all the way down to the bottom. And then here is my almost empty, it's not quite empty yet, Almond foundation. So as you can see, it's still up there on the top. Another cool thing, which I'm going to do this with this bottle, is you can reuse it. So the airless pump pushes back down and you can clean it out and put other products. Some people put their AM moisturizer in there if they just want a little to-go one instead of bringing their big bottle. I've recently seen people putting their blush and concealers in there, so it's a nice airless pump. They don't have to worry about squeezing it, and they get every last little drop. Okay, so our foundation comes in 3 different formulas. Well, 2 different formulas. It comes in an advanced anti-aging, which is good for more mature skin. It has a little bit more moisture in it, so if you do have super dry skin, I would recommend starting with the anti-aging. But if you just have normal skin or oily skin especially, I recommend using our original foundation, and that's what I use. We do also have an amazing color corrected tinted moisturizer, and I use that every day. I actually use this as my AM moisturizer. I don't use an AM moisturizer. I apply my Silk and then I put on my foundation or my color corrected tinted moisturizer. This has the color matching abilities of the same thing. So actually, I think it's 5 shades up and 5 shades down with the color corrected tint and moisturizer. So it's a very sheer coverage. The anti-aging has a more medium coverage. The original has a full coverage, and then the color corrected tint and moisturizer has a sheer coverage. Okay, so the foundation does come in 12 different shades, which is an easily able to match because of the 3 shades up and 3 shades down of matching to your pH. The color corrected tint and moisturizer comes in 6 different shades, and they adjust to your skin type as well. I use color corrected tint and moisturizer, the deep, a lot of the time for my contour, and I'm going to show you that after I put on my foundation. Today, to make it a little bit more versatile, just because I wanted a nice simple look with a bold lip, I use a deep color corrected tint and moisturizer for my brow and to contour my eye a little bit, just to kind of add a little bit more dimension. I also use, because we do have a liquid highlighter in the foundation form, and I like the Advanced Anti-Aging. Again, it comes in the full formula on my lids, just so I could have a nice simple look, because I'm going to be using this, I'm going to be using this, and I thought, why not just use the same product so I can not grab anything else out. So what's really cool about our foundation is that they all have our skincare in it. The Pearlizer, the anti-aging, the original, and the color corrected tint and moisturizer all have our patented anti-aging ingredient, Senegence Complex, that basically ages us backwards. And what woman doesn't want that, right? I know I've said that before, but it is amazing. So it's basically skincare that has color pigmented in it. How cool is that? I am now going to tell you a little bit about how I apply my foundation, and this is how I do it. You can use a blending brush, you can use a beauty blender, you can use a kabuki brush, flat brush, you can use whatever you want. You're gonna get the same, basically the same results as person A and person B get. They're gonna get the same. You might get a little bit more fuller coverage if you use the patting motion, and that's what I prefer because I want a little bit more of a coverage rather than the blending out motion. If you use your fingers, beware that there's bacteria and extra oils on it, so you're just adding that to your face. I highly recommend washing, of course. Let's all highlight the washing in the hands right now, but especially if you're going to be touching your face, wash your hands. I am currently using... I use the light color corrected tint and moisturizer every single day. I do not have it on today because I just wanted to show you my bare face and then help you color match with the foundation on my chin. If you want a little bit more coverage, you can go ahead and add some loose powder, the natural loose powder, to any of the foundations. It just makes it a little bit more of a full coverage, and without leaving that heavy look. But what I like to do is I like to add my natural loose powder before I apply my makeup, because I do have oily skin and I don't want any extra oils like anybody else. So what I do is I take my, oops, I did that yesterday too. I take my fluffy brush and I just apply it where I get the oils, like so. I'm gonna show you half my face with foundation and half with not. Let's do the side that I have the swatches on. Actually, let's not. I'm gonna keep those swatches. So again, my airless pump is almost gone. You can go ahead and apply it with your fingers. You can apply it directly to your brush. However you want, you do you. I always recommend to use very little and then build up on it. Okay, so I have very little on. I just spread it out with my little wand here. And then I'm going to use the stippling motion, which I pat it into my skin to get more of a full coverage. You can definitely blend it out. I mostly do it right where I need the coverage the most. So I go ahead and I pat it in all the way up to my hairline, and I blend it out on the edges because I don't need the coverage there as much. But it's gonna blend out so nicely, you're hardly going to see the transition line. You're gonna notice a better looking flawless skin, but you're not gonna see that transition line. And then go down your neck, just so you have no lines. And it's color matching my skin. Again, you won't notice it right away. Let it set for a couple minutes so it color matches. And just make sure it's all patted into your skin. Okay, so side A to side B. And as you can see, I mean, it's probably not color matched yet, and I wish I could get a nice clear picture for you guys, but you cannot see, you know, when some people do foundation pictures, one side done, one side not, you cannot see that nice line. It's a nice lightweight foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture for you. Okay, so I did take a picture of one side done, one side not. I finished this side with my foundation. Now I'm going to show you what I used on my brows and the crease of my eyes. The deep color corrected, this is the deepest shade in our color correcting tinted moisturizer. I'm going to show you how I contour with this. And I use this almost every day to contour because it's my favorite. So when you contour, we'll talk about that later this week. Find your cheekbone, and then I just go ahead and I pat it in. And I'm bringing a little bit more up on my cheekbone because I'm not going to use any other liquid blush. I'm just going to use our powders to finish this look. Okay, so that is our deep color corrected tint moisturizer. Look at that, it is just perfect. And do the other side. Now I'm going to also do my forehead. Same thing. And that's it. That's all I'm going to contour today because I just want a nice simple look. Hey, buddy. That's it. So next I'm going to show you how to use our pearlizer and where I use that on. Okay, so let's talk the pearlizer. It is basically, like I said in the beginning, our liquid highlighter. It comes in both anti-aging and original. It has the same amazing benefits as our foundation. I just use it as a liquid highlighter. I said in the beginning also that I used it on my eyes just so I had a simple look today. So when I use it, I apply a teeny tiny bit to my finger and I pat my fingers together. And I just apply it on the high points. We're gonna talk about highlighting and contouring later this week, as I said also. And then, so that's our liquid highlighter. Then I take my foundation brush and I just pat it in. Takes a little extra shine away, but I don't mind that. If you didn't want to, you could use a highlighting brush, a fan brush, whatever you prefer. That's just what I prefer. Okay, so I hope you guys found this helpful. I'm just gonna add a little bit of silver rose powder like I talked about yesterday to this look to make it complete. I'll get you a picture.